Hey guys, it's Jenny and Nancy here with another live tutorial for you. We're going to be doing our ombre crystal pixie. I'm so excited. We have the nude, and I did some colors to show you guys. I did a pink and a nude today, and the colors that I'm using are Clementine all the time, and then this is Blush on You. So Clementine anytime, that's what it is. Clementine anytime. And then Blush on You. So these are the two colors that I'm using. Hey Maddie, how are you guys? How are you doing? And then we're gonna get started here in a second. And I'm just showing you again the colors I'm using. And I was kind of excited because this looks very like orange in person, but it's actually like a yellowy skin tone color. So what we're gonna be doing, guys, is we're gonna start with our Glitz glue gel in the 15G pot. If you're doing this on top of your liquid and powder, you're doing this on top of your dipping, you really need to make sure that you're using a base coat and you're curing that for 15 seconds. So I'm then going to use my twin tip brush here, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're going to coat the surface of the nail. I'm sorry. And after we do that, then we'll apply our top coat. Now you don't want to add too much of your Glitz condensed glue gel, because you don't want this to sink so far into it that it covers up your crystal pixie, but you do want to have enough on there that it actually has a chance to sink in a little bit. So now that I've got this on there, hey Nail Rush, how are you guys? Hey Twin City, how's everybody doing today? And then make sure, guys, that you're capping your brush. You do want to be aware of not curing any of your products, because you don't want to do that. Caps back on. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm using my, oh, I skipped a step, guys. You're going to be using your
top coat.
You're going to use your non-wipe top coat. So we have our own gel non-wipe top coat that cures in 60 seconds. As long as you're using a non-wipe top coat, you'll be fine. You can see all I'm doing here is just applying my top coat, and I'm doing this in a quick, light-handed manner. You don't want to be too aggressive with this, but you also want to make sure you have enough top coat that it is actually covering your condensed glue gel. And then quick tip, guys, make sure you're swiping down the sides of your nail, and that's going to keep your shape nice and pretty. So you do want to make sure you don't have too much excess at the tip, because that's going to mean that your crystal pixie sinks too far down in there. Hello, guys. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. So I wanted to do like a little moon shape here. And then we're gonna do like some little stars going down. And then I'm gonna cover that with my crystal pixie and my ombre. Oh, it's so pretty. So just pushing everything down, making sure that the sides are completely encapsulated, and then I'm gonna go in with my crystal pixie.
So fancy.
That's gonna be so pretty.
Nancy và Jenny xin mến chào tất cả các anh chị em đang coi live chương trình đính đá đơn giản từ căn bản đến nâng cao của công ty Glitz Accessories Such. Ngày hôm nay Jenny sẽ chia sẻ cách rắc đá rất đơn giản, dùng với những shape đặc biệt. Jenny dùng cái màu hồng rất là dễ thương. Mình có thể dùng màu hồng by itself, hoặc mình có thể dùng để làm ombre together. So are you doing a solid color?
Yeah, I'm doing an ombre here. So first I'm going all at the top with my pink and leaving some spaces for my white to actually fit in here. And then I'm gonna go in with my white. So you can see I've kind of like let it have dripped down a little bit. What you can do if you feel like there's not enough of an ombre going, you can always add just a little bit more. Just make sure you're staying right over the top of your tray, because you don't want to waste too much of your product like I'm doing all over the table. But when you have a client, you're going to have them place their nail in the edge of this, and it's going to actually go right in the plate. It's not going to be so crazy like what I'm doing, because really I kind of have to compensate for the fact that I don't have an actual finger here. So anything that I have kind of like left over, I'm gonna pour right back into my bottle. And this will go right in there. Our bottle's pretty filled. As you can see, I barely used any of my crystal Pixie just to cover the top surface of that. You really don't need to use a lot.
Không cần phải xài nhiều ở trong cái chai Pixie. Tại vì một chai đó mình có thể xài được rất là lâu.
So back into the little pot here. Sorry, I still have some. And then we're gonna switch colors to our AB, which if you didn't know, actually stands for Aurora Borealis.
Yeah.
I really love that our names for everything are so cute. So we've got our AB color here. You can see how beautiful that is just by looking at it in the bottle. And then same thing, guys, I'm gonna go right over the top, right where I would have everything blend. And then when you're doing this on like an actual ombre nail, it's gonna show really well. It'll be so pretty. Just making sure everything looks good.
Okay, I share for you.
There we go. Oh, thank you, Nancy. So again, guys, you want to tap the sides here, and then you want to gently tap the surface. The reason that you're doing that is because you want to make sure not only is there no crystal Pixie on top of your actual crystals, but you don't want anything to come out. Oh my goodness,
it looks good.
It's really pretty, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't it kind of look like actual stars, Nancy?
Can I see closer? You put it closer. Oh, it looks good.
It's so pretty. And then I have little spaces here on the sides, and I just picked a little bit of my crystal Pixie up with my finger, and I'm just placing it wherever I think that I need to fill in a space. So pressing right into the surface of that. Oh, it's so pretty.
That looks so stunning.
So make sure, guys, you're not too close to the edge. You don't want anything to catch. And you want to be able to go in with your precision pen on all of this and make sure everything is nice and sunken in. Oh, it's so pretty. I really love this one. It's so cute. Okay, so now that you've done this step, guys, all we have to do is pop this into our UV lamp for 60 seconds, and then we'll go in with our precision pen around all of our edges.
That's so simple, huh?
It's really, really simple. It's so simple. It's gonna go by really quickly.
Cách Jenny làm rất là đơn giản, không có mất nhiều thời gian.
Then right back into my jar. Nancy and her beautiful cleanup brush.
Yeah. You like my brush?
Yeah. Thanks, Nancy.
It looks good.
It looks really great. So in case you guys are curious, you can find all these products on our website at glitzaccessoriesandsuch.com. Make sure that you're using your Jenny W code. That's JENNYW for 10% off of your entire order. And then if you're curious how you can see us in person, you literally just have to go to the Orlando show because we will be there. It's less than 2 weeks away, guys, so I'm so excited. I love doing demos for you. I love meeting everyone in person, and I have a lot of fun literally every time we go, so I'm really excited. Oh my God, it's so pretty. Look how beautiful this turned out.
Gorgeous.
You guys. It's like, they look like little stars, don't they? The diamonds.
Yes. I want it on my nail, Jenny.
Me too, Nancy. Oh, we should do this look whenever we do our nails for Orlando.
This one?
We can do, we can do one like this and then the rest like we talked about. Because we have some cool stuff we're going to show you that we're not releasing yet. So you'll have to go to the show to find some of our newest products, guys. Keep your little red cap. Do not throw it away. When you get this, it comes with the little red cap and the needle. This is what your needle end looks like. You can see how there's a hole in there. Your cap fits right in that little hole, so don't throw it away because otherwise you're gonna be throwing away your pen because all of the gel is gonna leak out of it. This is a no wipe formula, guys. If you're using it on a small enough surface, meaning you're going around the edges of your crystal, and so you actually don't have to top coat again. You're just gonna go in any little nook and cranny, gonna go right around all the edges. You just wanna really seal all this in really well. And you don't really have to squeeze very hard until you start getting down to the end of the bottle, and we are pretty much at the end of ours, but as you can tell, it's still working really well. So we're gonna go all around all of our edges. And like I said earlier, if you're just joining us and you're curious, how do we get this to stay on the dipping or we get this to stay on our liquid and powder? Make sure you're doing a base coat first, guys, before you actually go in and do any of this, because otherwise you're gonna really kind of defeat the purpose. It needs something to adhere to. So you really need to have a base coat for at least 15 seconds down before you go in with your condensed glue gel and your top coat. Hey Sugar, how are you, sweetie? We miss you. Are you gonna be, you're gonna be in Orlando or are you gonna be in Gatlinburg? I don't remember where she said. All right, so recapping here, and then we're gonna pop this back into the lamp for 60 seconds, and that is all that we need to do. I'll show you, Mosley. So, Brittany, with this, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your nail tip like this, right? And so what we're gonna do first is we're gonna use our condensed glue gel in the 15G pot. We do have a 5G pot as well, but we will be using the 15G pot today. You're gonna take your twin tip brush, and this has a number 6 gel end brush and a liner end. I like the liner end because I can do all of my artwork, which is really awesome. And then I use my number 6 gel end, obviously, to do my gel product. So you're gonna spread this onto the surface of your nail. Once you get this onto the surface of your nail, then you go in with your top coat, and I'll show you how you do that too. So right on the surface here, you want to have enough but not too much, so make sure that you're not putting too much on there, okay guys? So now that I've done that, again, like I said, make sure you're recapping everything. You don't want to have to worry about whether or not you cured this, so cap back on. And this is some of my hand painted nail art, so I do that with the other end of this brush. And then once you get that done, yes, you're going to use your top coat. This is our no wipe top coat. It's just a regular old non-wipe gel top coat. It's our own formula, but you can use literally any top coat. It doesn't matter as long as it's a no wipe top coat. So I'm gonna go in here and I'm going to lightly go over the surface of this nail and just kind of move my top coat down over the top of my condensed glue gel, guys. If you don't have enough, you're gonna figure it out because it's gonna be really hard to spread it all the way down the nail without it pulling. And you wanna have a really light hand when you're doing this, so that's going to help a lot. But you don't wanna have too much, and you'll be able to tell what's too much because it will pull up at the ends of the nail or it will squeeze you to the sides. So go down the side of your nail, take off any excess that you need to. I have some that I have to get rid of here. Now it's pretty much good. So once you do that, oh, there's a hair in this. Let me get that out. Once you do that, there we go. Oh. All you have to do is apply your crystals. Nancy. So I've got a couple of crystals here that I really like. I'm gonna use this one here. I'm gonna do this one here, and this one here. And then you can just do whatever shapes you want. I'm gonna use a couple of my round AB. This kind of looks like a 90s t-shirt to me.
The color?
The shapes.
The nude color?
So now that I have that on there, guys, I do have my little tray here. If you're doing a client, like I said, you're going to put her nail right in the corner of this tray. It'll be a lot easier for you, so you don't have to worry about it. Hey, Isabel. How are you, sweetie? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my nude color. You can see my nude here. And it's pretty much roughly the same color, actually, as the nail that I'm doing, which is pretty cool. And then I'm just going to go right over the top of this. You can see it's blending in really well there. And I'm just kind of, I have this tilted at a downward angle so that I'm not doing too much coverage except at the top. Because you want it to blend really well together.
Or you can do it on the bottom first, either way.
Yeah, you can switch it up. Just depending on how you want to do your ombre. You can see I have some like floating down, like cascading into my white.
Isabel, how are you?
So now that I've done that, again, guys, I'm just going to tap the sides really quick. Make sure there's nothing else I need to add on here. And then I'm going to go in with my AB. So the really cool thing about these trays is this little triangle fits right in the edge of that. This is going to go right back in your bottle. Barely used any of it.
Ooh,
It's really pretty, huh, Nancy?
Yeah, let me wipe it off. Yeah, let me move this. Usually, when you do on the natural nails, it will lack this mess. Because when you're doing it, I'll show you how you're doing it on the natural
On the natural nails, you're putting the nail into the side of the tray.
Right here.
So it's a lot easier to have control over what I'm doing. But since I'm using a nail tip, guys, it's a little harder.
It's so much easier with the natural nails, like with the nails.
Thanks, Nancy.
Jenny do good with one hand.
Yeah, I'm pretty okay with that. Did you learn how to crack an egg with one hand when you were cooking as a kid?
Oh, I can't do that.
You can't? No. My mom taught me how to do that.
How can you do that?
She said it's important. You need to know. One day you're going to be busy in the kitchen and you won't have any time. That's my mom. So, yeah, she's hilarious. I'm going to go right all along the edges here, just trying to blend whatever extra little space that I'm going to have. I want to make sure that I have everything covered.
Oh, nice.
So again, touching the edges and then just kind of gently tapping. And anything excess is going to fall right off the edge. Oh, it's so pretty. So now that we've done that, this is when you cure. So literally you're going to cure this right now at this stage. 60 seconds in the lamp, okay, guys? Put that in the lamp for me. Thanks, Nancy. Here, I'll show them how the other nail turned out. It's probably, oh, it's right here. Beautiful. Nancy already put it on a tray for us so you guys can see how pretty it turned out. You can see the difference here between our pink and our AB. Yeah.
Nếu mà mình làm cái này ở trên móng, if you're doing an ombre, actual ombre nails for dipping
it
or
blends really
liquid
well.
and powder, it looks so stunning.
Really beautiful.
It looks ombre, like pink and white, nude pink and white. I'm excited. You have to see it in person because it is so sparkle.
This is what, yeah, exactly. This is why we were harping on Orlando.
It's so simple, and
you're
can
gonna love
increase.
it.
Yeah, you can increase your tickets so much more with this.
This is a $30 nail at our salon. Just this one. And I have so many people and they want to do it. I mean, I had a girl the other day. She came in, 2 girls. They were friends. It was just me that day, and they were still willing to stay back to back. They wanted to hang out with each other, so I did back-to-back nails on them, and both of them got art and crystals. So really it depends on how you're utilizing the tools that you have available to you. And we try and give you every single thing that you could ever need to do the most on your ticket that you can. And then not only that, but we're trying really hard to educate you guys properly so that you have a sense of how not only can you increase your ticket, but you can get people to want to do more creative, awesome things. So
Absolutely.
with your kits that you get, you have an option in your, if you look at our page, for our beautiful, I'm sorry, I'm losing my mind here.
What do you want to try to say? You want to try to say something?
No. You have the option for our tips, like our display tips. And those display tips are actually really useful because you're going to have something that you can actually show your client. And they don't really know what they want, guys. They're not nail technicians. Not all of them are going to scour every page or all the work that you do. Like, you're going to get some clients that come in and they have no clue what they want. If you have something to show them, like you have your little nail plates set up at your desk on a beautiful little display, then they're going to see some of these things that you do and they're going to want that. They're not going to care about the price sometimes. And it's not something where you need to worry about whether or not they're willing to pay for it. If you offer it to them, most of the time they're going to say yes. So honestly, it's just about how you approach the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So
how you're promoting.
Exactly. You have to promote yourself really well. Especially because you're worth it. You have all this education that we're giving to you, so you should really utilize that.
You have a good tool.
Here's our precision pen, guys. We're going to go around the edges of this and seal all of this in and make sure everything is nice and properly attached here. So until you see it coming out, you're going to squeeze, and then after that you don't really have to press very hard because it's just going to come out. There we go. Perfect. So go all around the edges here. Just make sure you're getting everything done nice and properly. I'm going to go in all these little nooks and crannies here. All in here. The more that you cap all these edges, the easier it's going to be for you because you're not going to have your client coming back and asking you why it was popping off, or I'm having trouble with this and this, catching in my hair. This corner is too high up. Can you seal this? If you just do it right the first time, you're not going to have to worry about it. Not only that, guys, but when you're doing bigger crystals like this, there's going to be a little space under here. I can feel it with the tip of my needle, and that's what you really need to be doing. You need to be feeling it before you fill it because you have no clue how much space is underneath there until you start touching it. So now that I've done that, I'm going to pop this in the lamp for 60 seconds, guys. Again, please put your cap back onto your precision pen because once you have that on there, it's safe. You don't have to worry about it anymore. Can you pop that in the lamp for me? Mm-hmm. When you are doing something like this, make sure that your client is rocking their hand back and forth under the light just slightly because you want to cure all up underneath all of this. You want to make sure that anything that's underneath here is going to be cured properly. Not only that, but you really need to be telling them not to go into the pool or the hot tub or the bathtub because they need to be waiting 24 hours before they do anything like that. It's still curing from solar light. So 24 hours cure time for sure on literally anything that you're going to be doing that requires UV stuff. So just be aware of that when you're talking to your clients about this. That way they don't come back to you and they're like, I don't know, it popped off, and you can't figure out why it's happening. Well, it's happening the majority of the time because it probably was not cured properly. Mm-hmm. So
if even you do everything is really good, but then if you see any of the crystal would accidentally come off, just probably if everything you've done exactly what you're supposed to, you might want to check your LED lights.
Yeah.
Because
your LED light could not be strong enough to cure.
Yeah.
All right, Nancy, it's done now. Thank you. So now that we have this, do we have any more ticky-tacky?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't even see it, Nancy. I'm blind.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we have this, guys, I'm going to show you what our finished products look like. Again, I'm really excited to see you guys when we go to Orlando. We have a lot of new stuff for you, things we're going to be launching specifically in Orlando. So definitely come show up at our booth. Our booth number is 2555.
Come and say hello. And
so come say hi to us and get a free gift like Nancy's saying, because we have some really cool stuff set up for you. Look how beautiful they are. I love the shapes we chose to do with our Crystal Pixie today, guys. They turned out so cute. I really love the pink one a lot. It's so
Check
cute.
out on the collection, the new collection, ombre collection.
Yes, because we have so many. We have 12 different combinations. 18 different combinations for you guys. And this is what our pink and white and our nude and white actually looks like. And all of our Diamond Dust Pixie collections come with 2. So either one of these or any of the other 16 that you'd like to look at. And be sure you're using your code JennyW while you're on the page, because that's going to give you your 10% off of your entire order. And any order of $150 or more gets free shipping, guys. So keep that in mind too. We do have a lot of kits on there for you guys to look at. So I hope you guys had a wonderful Tuesday with me and Nancy. We've showed you how to do our Crystal Pixie using some of our unique shapes. I really love our special shapes, so it's awesome that we can do this. That's definitely one of the reasons you want to tack up your $30 price point on this. 25 to 30. It depends on the area that you're at.
The salon location.
Yeah. So definitely be aware of how you are having them pay for this, because you put a lot of money and effort into not only learning how to do this, but having all of the things so that you can do this, and you need to utilize that properly. You can make your money back so quickly on all of these products if you're doing it right. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you again on Friday. We're getting ready for Orlando, so we're really, really busy, but we are super excited to see you. So like we said, come and see us at 2555 in Orlando. It'll be me, Nancy, Vicky. Who else, Nancy?
And and whole team. So we're gonna see you.
We will see you in
6, 7
Orlando.
of us.
Yep, that's a lot. There's a lot of us. So come and hang out. Get your free gift. Come say hi to us. We'd love to meet you. Thank you so much, guys. Have a wonderful Tuesday.